North Korean gasoline shortage, a popular McDonald's item being phased out, and another Disney star gone. Stay tuned for the full story. What's up, VTards? Mr. V here with another segment of Mr. V Craft News, the only news channel that doesn't have to pander to political correctness because, well, fuck you, that's why. Today's news. The first story I'm going to cover is from Pyongyang, North Korea. Looking like they might have a bit of a fossil fuel shortage in the form of the planet's most contributing pollutant, gasoline. The shortage, while extremely unusual for the energy-poor North Korea, which actually makes no sense, has sparked steep hikes in the country's cost per kilogram. Prices are usually pretty stable, hovering around 70 to 80 cents per kilogram, but shot the fuck up to 140 per kilogram. Gasoline, as I'm sure you've been able to fucking sniff out, is sold by the kilogram in North Korea. 1 kilogram is roughly equal to about a liter. So a gallon is the equivalent of spending $5.30 a gallon here in the States. Y'all, fuck that. I get my panties in a fucking bunch over $2.30 a gallon. You charge me $5.30 a gallon and my fat ass is on rollerblades and a bike. The hike on gas prices began last week when signs went up at gas stations around the city of Pyongyang letting people know that the restrictions on sales would be put in place until further notice. With no indication as of Wednesday night as to when the restrictions might be lifted or why they had even been imposed, drivers continue to scramble to fill up their tanks and whatever other containers they can find. I envision a bunch of people filling milk jugs, coffee cans, baby bottles, condoms, and anything else that could possibly hold liquid. Quick way to some serious money over there though. Buy up the supply, and the demand skyrockets, which will drive the price of said supply through the fucking roof. Then again, this is North Korea, and you may be shot and killed for anything that is doing anything against the government. Now, China supplies most of North Korea's fuel, and instead of actually coming out and stating what most of us would assume is the obvious, rumors are running a fucking muck that China's behind the shortage. Concerns are adding to a tense and uncertain mood in the Korean peninsula since our president Donald Trump assumed office, with repeated calls for Beijing, Pyongyang's economic lifeline, to get tough on North Korea, which has responded with counterclaims that Washington's pushing for a nuclear war, which sucks. Now, I wanted to make a joke about keeping the war in some other country and away from all my shit, but the normal and decent human being in me kicked in and I decided not to. A life is a life, and no life is worth proving whose balls are bigger and most likely to hide their tax information. That being said, why a war? Why can't we all just shut the fuck up, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy a quick yank in the comfort of our neighbor's house while he's at work because I don't have porn channels on my Xfinity lineup? Story number 2 is actually a sad story. Michael Mantenuto, hockey player and star of the 2004 Disney film Miracle, has died at the age of 35 from an apparent suicide. Another fucking suicide. What the actual fuck is going on lately? Dude was only a couple years older than me too. What the hell? The King County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed that the 35-year-old former actor was found dead Monday afternoon in Des Moines, Washington, with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. A little history on Michael, who himself was a college hockey player, scored his first acting role in Disney's Miracle, starring as Jack O'Callahan. The film is based on the U.S. hockey team's 1980 Winter Olympics Miracle on Ice game against the former Soviet Union. If for whatever reason you were born and still live under a rock and had never heard of Miracle, he also went on to have roles in the 2006 TV movie Dirtbags and the 2008 Matthew McConaughey film Surfer Dude. Following a short acting career, he became a Special Forces Communications Sergeant in the U.S. Army. I actually found a post on Facebook. It was written by, I'm going to call him Colonel Will, because I refuse to butcher the pronunciation of his name out of respect. He's the group commander of the 1st Special Forces group on Facebook. He wrote in a statement on the group's Facebook page, "It is with great sadness that I notify you of the loss of one of our own. Staff Sergeant Michael Mantenuto was found dead yesterday afternoon, 24th April 2017, by Des Moines Police Department. Those of you that knew Mike will remember him for his passionate love for his family and his commitment to the health of the force. He's survived by his wife Katie, daughter Ava, and son Leo, who live locally on JBLM, and by his parents Joseph and Carrie Mantenuto, who reside in Massachusetts. The group is standing by to support the family in any way possible, and we will professionally execute those wishes. Our deepest condolences go out to Staff Sergeant Menuto's family, friends, and teammates. We are committed to supporting them through this difficult time of loss and grief." Now, I'm terrible at assuming things, so I try not to do that, but it would appear on the surface that this man had support out of this world. Support that any person would kill for. Unfortunately, instead of reaching out, he went the direction that he did. Now, we don't know the circumstances leading to his decision, So all we can do is speculate, which I really refuse to do in a situation such as this because of how fucking sad that it is. Especially the fact that he left his wife and his 2 kids behind. That has got to be the worst part of this entire situation. To grow up without one of your parents has got to be just fucking terrible. My condolences go out to the family, to the friends, and especially to those 2 kids that have to live now without a father, and someday, when they grow up, learn why their father's not around. Also in the news, McDonald's is phasing out a beloved drink from its menu, and people are actually pretty fucking pissed about it. According to a memo addressed to McDonald's operators and managers that appeared on Imager earlier this week, the fast food chain announced its US locations are going to discontinue High C Orange after May 1st. What the fuck? The full official name of the drink is actually High C Orange Lava Burst, which I'm sure some of us probably didn't know. I actually did because I have a 3-year-old that loves everything with mass amounts of sugar in it. Because of a new partnership with Coke, which McDonald's does work with exclusively, the non-carbonated drink will be replaced with Sprite Tropic Berry Soda. The Sprite flavor will be as exclusive to Mickey D's as Mountain Dew's Baja Blast was to Taco Bell before they began mass producing and bottling for sale fucking everywhere due to its popularity. One can assume, also assuming that this new edition becomes as popular as its competition's deliciously sugar and overly carbonated, heartburn-inducing godsend of a beverage, this new Sprite edition could potentially be available worldwide in bottle form and sold at a store near you, but right now you can only get it at McDonald's, and this should be starting after May 1st.